Hello, hello! And welcome back as the Poetic Justice League cracks down on Demi Moore and the Legion of the Doomed in Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM 2. And really, Poetic Justice League, couldn't you let us have one moment in the sun? I mean, I know Superman is your chairman and CEO, and that the only thing Superman loves more than leveling Metropolis in a fit of pique is shitting on Lex Luthor's dreams and his Legion of Doom as well, but couldn't you have just let us, the Legion of the Doomed, because it's starting to feel that way, but couldn't you have just let us have even one tiny, brief instant of joy? No, not for the Poetic Justice League. The second I praise Demi Moore for being even slightly decent at her job, what does she do? She shoots a car, blows up Sylvester Stallone, and then sets herself on fire while Clint Eastwood writhes on the ground in agony because Demi Moore let a gatekeeper vaporize his spine. No idea what was with the self-immolation. I'm guessing she was going like Tibetan priest, just trying to escape the cycle of reincarnation. I don't know. Clint didn't die, thankfully, mostly because he's just that friggin' tough. He's like an old leather football helmet that's been boiled in superglue. You can't really put a dent in him, but still, Poetic Justice, it's a bitch. Especially when it stars Janet Jackson and Tupac Shakur and the poetry of Maya Angelou. That Poetic Justice is a rough son of a bitch, no doubt about it. You know, honestly, I kind of wondered, you think that's the reason Tupac got shot? Is because of that movie? Do you think the hardcore rap scene was just like, nah, dog, we were down with the whole East Coast, West Coast feud thing. We was down with Keep Your Head Up, even though it's a song that's totally about not going down. But a movie with Janet Jackson and Maya Angelou, bro? Nah, man, you gotta die, boy. It's for the good of the scene, man. Hip-hop just can't stand it. I think that's probably what Tupac got killed. Conspiracy theorists of the world unite behind my Tupac was killed for the whole Janet Jackson movie thing. In the meantime, while you guys work on that, we do have a little trooper maintenance to take care of, so let's get down here and see who's joining the team. We got Colonel Terry Hulk Hogan, star of that show Tropic Thunder? I don't remember what the name of it was, but it was like Hulk Hogan. They had like a crime-solving boat. It was sort of like Night Boat, except they blew up a lot of shit and drove a boat around in places where a boat mostly doesn't go. Oh, what's the matter, brother? Hulkamania too much for you? Just because we got a boat now? Admittedly, my Hulk Hogan needs work. Let's get Hulk Hogan promoted, and I promise that I'll never do that. Never, ever do that impression again. Hulk Hogan has Volatile Mix, which is a fantastic ability for Hulk Hogan, considering he's a friggin' grenadier. So, yeah, that's real good. Grenade's area of effect is increased by 1 tile. That's actually beautiful. So what do we want to give Hulk? Formidable is garbage. Steady weapon is not useful for a grenadier. So let's just go ahead with heavy ordnance and get that extra grenade right away. Boosted cores along with volatile mix seems real good. Suppression is garbage. Smoke grenades can eat my dong. It's boosted cores, baby. Will to survive is not fantastic. Flashbang, you know, Clint Eastwood has flashbanger and we almost never use it. Although Hulk Hogan's flashbangs would do some trivial amount of damage and they would also be abso-friggin-lutely enormous. I'm kind of thinking maybe center mass is just better. It's really good. Admittedly, since Hulk Hogan will be taking over for the boiled super glue leather helmet Clint Eastwood, Will to Survive might not be terrible. The problem I have with Will to Survive is it doesn't work if you're not getting shot through cover, and anytime any of our troopers seems to be getting hit, it's because they got flanked and criticaled by a snake man with a sniper rifle. Let's just take Flashbanger, it's fine. Biggest booms, explosive attacks can critical, and it's pretty good. Dense smoke, don't care about. Locked on is straight up garbage. It's gonna be biggest booms. Hulkamania's gonna run wild, brother. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna be blowing this arena up. The biggest thing in sports entertainment since the Four Horsemen. What are sting grenades? Flashbang grenades have a chance to stun enemies. I don't necessarily hate that ability, but when compared to traverse fire, it seems like straight up hot flaming garbage. Although, you know, with traverse fire, your first action has to be a standard shot with your primary weapon. That is so often not what we do with our first shot. Tactical sense is actually also useful. Nah, sting grenades are crap. There's just too many enemies that flashbangs don't work on. I'm kind of feeling like maybe I should have just taken center mass, really. Salvo's amazing. Launching or throwing grenades or using heavy weapons with your first action does not end your turn. So if we have salvo and traverse fire, can we... there's no way we can use both of those. Rapid deployment is very interesting, however. Activate this before throwing or launching a support grenade, and the throw will not cost an action. So we could flashbang, boom. We could flashbang, take a shot, and then throw an actual grenade. But salvo is so good. But salvo and traverse fire, they seem to compete against each other. Honestly, I'm regretting having taken salvo, or regretting taking traverse fire, because with salvo, it seems like maybe sting grenades would be useful. What if we just flashbang sting grenades and then we use salvo? We're almost always going to want to launch a grenade first, and salvo would let us launch. It's just better. Yeah, I think we're going to retrain Terry Hulk Hogan here. So let's get... Okay, we don't know what our final tier ability is. We learned something, and Pete, you know, you didn't really need to retrain because you could have seen that you had salvo before. Yeah, but you know me, I'm a stupid man, and Hulkamania needs an excuse to spend 10 days in the AWS. I don't really have a reason. We also have Danny Frank DeVito. What's your hidden ability? Locked on. Not especially useful for a sniper who's typically only going to get one shot. Although we could make Frank some kind of crazy asshole gunslinger. I mean, he is a crazy asshole, and he often walks into the bar and Always Sunny toting a gun, so it's not the world's worst idea. Snapshot. Well, return fire is straight up hard. It's awful. It's a hogwash ability, one that shouldn't even exist. Precision shot. It's hogwash, Pete. Hogwash. Yeah, you're not wrong, Frank. And admittedly, my Danny DeVito needs more work than my Hulk Hogan, which needs a lot of work. If this were a TLC show and your choice was to love it or list it, you'd be listing my impression straight away. We do have... You know what? Okay, hold on a second. We have a squad side sniper in Jamie Lee Curtis that we almost never use. What if we try and come up with like some kind of gunslinger build? So let's take... Lightning hands. I'm fucking winging it here like Frank himself would do. Death from above. Nah, it's not very good. Executioner. No thanks. Let's go with quick draw. Yeah, it's pretty good. Aim. Shit. Long watch. Also shit. Face off, however. Actually decent. Steady hands. That's crap. What's clutch shot? Once permission fire. Pistol shot that cannot miss. Not terrible. What's Kubakiri? Oh, that's the one shot. Special shot against most enemies who've taken any damage. Any critical hits kill them. Yeah, it's... You know, Kubakiri with a face-off or with like a fan fire has some very interesting potential. If we could just generate crits off of our pistol shot... you know, there's that special pistol, too, that I think has a really huge bonus chance to critical. What's clutch shot do? Pistol shot that cannot miss. You know, we can get that ability from a piece of war gear. I'm going to take Kubakiri here. Lethal. You do 2 additional points of base damage with your primary weapon. Well, that's for snipers, so that's shit. Fire the pistol 3 times the same target. Pretty good. Kill zone. Also decent, except... it's going to be with our sniper rifle, and we're not really into that. I'm going to go with fan fire. Last ability, well, it'll have to be a mystery, and probably a mystery that remains unsolved, because the odds of Danny DeVito getting a bump at this late juncture, pretty much minimal. And that leaves us with just one little trooper to do some work on. And when I say do some work on, I'm talking about, you know, we're going to take her down to the Surgeon General here. We're going to slice, we're going to dice, we're going to chuck until there's nothing left, because Ricky Dolly Parton here is in for Psy operative training. No, we don't want to stop it. I just wanted to take a look at Dolly. But it looks like she's busy, even though she's... Why are you hiding behind a box, Dolly? What's the deal? Are you hiding from Jolene Juglick because she heard you singing that song about her? Ma Juglick will straight up split your head open with a skillet, so maybe hiding is a good idea. I have to assume this is some kind of bug. Our trainer, Stacy Young, here is very intently staring at what is clearly supposed to be the cell containing our Psy operative. Meanwhile, Dolly Parton's putting her lighter under a bushel back there. It's little light of mine. Y'all go ahead and, you know what? Now, I'll take it back. I'm not going to let it shine at all. I'm going to go ahead and sit back here behind this little old box and just pretend that I never was famous and nobody ever heard. Oh, God, she phased through. She heard me talking about her. She's like, don't you even think about mentioning islands in the stream, Pete. You know that collaboration I did with Kenny Rogers back there, which I'm pretty sure was a song about my boobs in the bathtub? After our recent success, members of the Resistance East Africa brought us, oh, we get a soldier. Do we want another soldier at this point? I suppose it can't hurt. I'm going to say not now, just because I don't remember what we were doing. We've got a facility going in East Africa. We got a special forces. I doubt I was really concerned about alien alloys. Been a couple days since I played XCOM. Oh, I remember. Weren't we making contact in Asia to try and pick up the arm to the teeth bonus? Pretty sure that's exactly what we were doing, and all we need to do is go make contact with India. A soldier is really tempting, though. Would I rather have a soldier, or would I rather have arm to the teeth? Honestly, I'd really rather have arm to the teeth. So I'm going to go tag the soldier one. It is useful, plus if we suffer another fatality, which the way our luck's been running lately seems likely. Or if Demi Moore just goes batshit fucking crazy again and decides to blow up the car that we're using for cover. 160 intel? We have 643. Honestly, I'm not sure we can even spend enough intel at this point to put a dent in our overwhelming massive stockpile. We're like Warren Buffett. We can just give away 90% of our intel, and we'll make so much back in interest, we'll be rich again, and intel rich in like another 2 weeks. All right, vigilance. Yeah, it's a problem-ish. We got the greatest shinobi in the history of the world, though. Bruce Willis is going to keep us safe. Rural checkpoints have gone up. That I don't care about at all, really. We got 644 supplies that we're already just sitting on. We are really the Warren Buffett of XCOM here. We got all the intel. We got all the supplies. You can't touch us, aliens. You can't touch us, dog. We can go run over hobos in our SUV and it won't matter. We're rich. We're above the law now. Not that I'm accusing Warren Buffett of having run over hobos in his vehicle, but I mean, it sort of seems like the kind of thing Warren Buffett might get up to, given the opportunity. New available proximity mines. I always forget about proximity mines, and then as soon as I get them, I'm always super stoked, because proximity mines are fucking amazing. Chrysalid Autopsy. That's going to get us Hellweave. The Berserker Autopsy gets us... These get us nothing we're ever going to use. I'm actually going to go for the... Data cache is just intelligence, which also we don't need. I think maybe we swap over and do a Shadow Chamber project. Nah, I'm going to leave anyway.
Commander, the Shadow Chamber is up and running.
Oh, good. Let's get to work on this Shadow Chamber.
Your orders, Commander.
What's going on here? You guys want to? No, I want to leave. I want to go to the Shadow Chamber, and I want to sign a Shadow Chamber project instead. There we go. So, should we uncork and drink the contents of the mystery vial, or should we go for the Codex brain? I say we go for the Codex brain. Hey, that's a good idea. Research the brain and delve into the mysteries. Maybe we could kick it back upstairs to some of my corporate overlords at the University of Phoenix Online. They've got a crack team of neuroscientists just waiting to assist us with our research. No, I'm not giving them anything. Sylvester Stallone. They're already getting enough tuition money out of all of us. I don't think we need to toss the... I don't think we need to toss them any additional funds. The Phoenix Education Group Limited or whatever the hell runs them. Back to scanning. Troubled by the for-profit education organization. It just doesn't sit well with Perfidious, Pete. There are some things... I'm not a big fan of big government. I'm really not. But there are some things you kind of want to trust to your government, and I feel like education is maybe one of those things. It behooves a nation to make certain that their citizens are as well educated as possible. There are few things, but I really feel like, you're basically your military, education. Those are things you want your government taking care of. Espionage, also something else that should probably be the purview of the government. There's just some things they're real good at. Avatar project is initiated. The aliens have constructed a new facility. Where is it? We'll go burn it up. Operation Bleeding God. Well, fortunately, it will be easily reached if we need another safety valve. We've already got one safety valve rock, so yeah, I think we're probably fine for the immediate future. Let's just keep going back to making contact. I really want to pick up arm to the teeth here. Not going to get a chance to pick up arm to the teeth, no matter how much I want to. But, hey, them's the breaks. All right, what do we got? Oh, it's just our monthly supply drop. Colonel Paul Wilson is available, as well as old Seamus Daly. Oh, I'm Dr. Seamus Daly. I got my PhD in Scotch brewing. That's right, Seamus Daly. I am a distiller. Got me doctorate in distillery. The old Scotch whiskey, Pete. I'm sorry to anybody named Seamus or anyone who is Irish. That's possibly the most offensive accent I've ever done. It's sort of like a drunken Lucky from the Lucky Charms mascot, who is himself a horrible stereotype. So we stopped one retaliation, did one guerrilla op, installed one radio relay, investigated one rumor. The aliens, meanwhile, one avatar progress, constructed a facility and completed 2 dark events. Minor breakthrough is bad. Alien infiltrator's kind of bad. I'm going to see what the hidden event is, because at this point I don't give a shit about how much intel I burn. Viper rounds, we don't really care. Not that big a deal. I'm going to ignore the supplies for now. We go pick those up at any time. I really want to get armed to the teeth, damn it. It's constant interruptions. Council has a new high priority. Okay, it's like I just climbed in the tub. Everybody suddenly needs my attention. They're like, oh no, Pete, you gotta get over here. We got Operation Sacred Terrier. You gotta neutralize a target in an advent vehicle. 221 supplies and 99 intel. Oh, by the way, there's a Hive Queen over there, and Ellen Ripley is dead. You're completely screwed, Pete. You got no Ripley to fight the alien queen. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I don't know, probably Demi Moore shoot it and execute it with her shotgun. Assuming Demi Moore can be bothered to go on a mission. I can't really trust her after her last mission, though. Going up Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, that's right. Old Sylvester Stallone didn't really study military tactics at the University of Phoenix, and I gotta say, friendly fire action, not fucking expecting that shit. I mean, I'm used to taking cheap shots and some blows that come from unexpected quarters. I'm looking at Gina Davis in this case. Unexpected blow. Oh, it seems funny, Pete, because, we had sex that time. Yeah, it wasn't really funny, Sylvester. Danny DeVito, I don't really want you on this mission. Terry Hulk Hogan, you can stay. So we got old Brigadier General Morgan Freeman here. He's got his plasma blaster. Who's got my blaster launcher? Dane Judi Dench, that's you, right? Okay. You two, you know what, y'all? You guys are cool. Morgan Freeman, Blaster, yeah, you're probably cool. Bruce Willis, I think we're going to change up your game a little bit, because I'm going to go build an item very quickly, and that item is going to be a sweet-ass proximity mine. And I'm going to take that sweet-ass proximity mine, I'm going to give it to Bruce Willis. So he can sneak. Bruce Willis is the super shinobi, man. He can sneak up and put this inside an alien's butthole, and they will never notice. Does the proximity mine detonate it when you get it proximal to an alien anus? Well, aliens actually don't have an anus. They all have cloacas, because I decided, and hey, I fucking write the canon for this shit. But he can cram one in a cloaca. It's got a special proximity detector. If it's inside the damp confines of a cloaca, it doesn't detonate until, Bruce decides that it detonates. Colonel Shatner, you're probably good. Terry Hulk Hogan, we need to adjust you a little bit, though. Dane Judi Dench is back there. We got Rascally Rabbit Harrison Ford on duty. All right, let's get you edited up here, Colonel Hogan. An assault rifle? Probably not the weapon we would ordinarily choose. Where's, can you borrow Clint Eastwood's gun? Papa Clint's in the hospital. He's not going to need it for a minute. Hey, Clint, where you at, buddy? Oh, that's Arnold's. There we go. We're gonna borrow your gun. Why did you go back to a storm gun? I'm definitely going to forget that the next time that we take Clint Eastwood on a mission. He's going to wind up going on a mission with a shotgun. So you better make damn good use of this plasma rifle, Hogan. Advanced grenade launcher, that's nice. Plasma grenade, I really want to give you a frost bomb, though, which I'm pretty sure Clint also has. So let's just make utility items available. My frost bomb, though. It took everything away from everybody. Yeah, I'm salty now. Okay, well, we're going to go re-equip all that shit. I guess we'll give you venom rounds then. And the plasma grenade is fine. Now let's go wait a minute. Now suddenly everything is back where it belongs? Why do I not trust this? Dane Judi Dench. You don't have a skull jack, though, and we definitely need that. So let's get the skull jack. Dane Judi Dench also lost her ammo. You were rocking what? Blue screen rounds, Dane Judi? Probably blue screens. want to give you blue screens or whatever. I'd really rather have you have AP rounds. I'm kind of thinking maybe AP rounds would be better for you. Who's got AP rounds at the moment? Colonel Shatner, which is exactly what we want. Freeman. No, we don't have anybody to kill a robot, so I guess we'll leave Dane Judy with the EMP rounds, and then we got to find somebody to fill in this last slot. It could be Danny DeVito, sharpshooter, who actually is a gunslinger. Oh, Clint Eastwood is available to go on the mission. Why did we not take Clint Eastwood? Oh, because he's only a major. Also, Demi Moore is here. Oh, we're taking Demi. We should also maybe edit her gear a little bit. Demi Moore, can you not... my other armor. Who's wearing my, okay, you got the Rage suit. You got the Serpent suit. All the special armors are spoken for, because the War suit is still on Dane Judy Dench. All of these things are acceptable then. Demi Moore, still out there, still doing work. Fusion Blade, that's fine. Plasma Grenade. Have we been letting you roll with a Plasma Grenade, Demi Moore? It seems suboptimal. You know what? Let's give you... Nah, Plasma Grenade is probably fine. We might need you to run fast and destroy some terrain. This seems acceptable. We've dithered over our choice of team long enough anyway. Let's get in the mix here. Yes, Pete, I really feel that it's time that I, Morgan Freeman, step up my game as the leader of this ragtag band of misfits. Head 'em out to Zihuatanejo and see if the Atlantic Ocean is as blue as it's been in my dreams. The Pacific, it's every bit as blue as it has been in my dreams. I hope to meet this alien hive queen. I hope to blast her in the ass. I hope the Pacific is as blue as I expected. Or alternatively, I hope there are some fucking penguins nearby that Morgan Freeman can narrate the lives of. Because there's nothing the viewing public loves more than anthropomorphizing penguins with my dulcet baritone. When did you get Luke Skywalker hands, Morgan Freeman? That's badass. Yes, I also, Pete, am a Jedi in the off-season because there really isn't anything Morgan Freeman can do. Also, why was Morgan Freeman not cast in the Star Wars prequels? How did George Lucas let that slip through his hands? Lucas, you fucking monster! Could have been Morgan Freeman on the Jedi Council, but no. But no. What did you have to have instead? That little twisty-headed alien guy? He was more important than Morgan Freeman, badass Jedi. And yeah, I know that would have been Mace Windu and Morgan Freeman both on the Jedi Council, but that would have been... Well, okay. You know what? Never mind. You're still a monster, Lucas, but in this case, I'm going to give you some bygones, because now I understand. Having thought it through in my own head, I understand what's going on here. A Jedi Council that consisted of both Morgan Freeman and Samuel L. Jackson could never have been defeated. The plot for those movies just completely falls apart if they're both on the same team. Sammy L. and Morgan Freeman, there's no way they could lose. So capture or kill the enemy VIP. Well, worst case scenario, Bruce Willis walk up here and just throw a proximity mine up there. I'm thinking I'd take care of most of our problems. Speaking of Bruce Willis, where you at, Bruce? Let's get you on the move here. So we've got 12 turns, a lot of ground to cover, plenty of map to cover it on. These guys are going to have enhanced detection radius, so we do need to be at least a little bit careful of how we employ old Bruce here. Vision on any enemies? Not as such, but I mean, we know there are some there. So let's be a little more conservative in our first move. Rather than just dash right on up to them and risk getting spotted, let's go kick a pigeon. Because, oh fuck, well, okay, jig is up. There's our enhanced detection radius right there causing a problem. We did get to kick that fucking pigeon though, so I feel pretty good about it. This activation is definitely suboptimal though. Alright, 2 pods straight up. Rocketing our shit already. And we're... Oh, this is not good. Alright, Hogan, what can you do? Anything? We could get some action out of William Shatner, and probably some pretty good action. We're not going to get shit out of Harrison Ford. You know what, Harrison Ford? This is actually a perfect time for an Oscar Mike right here. So that was Harrison Ford's main contribution for the rest of that turn. The Oscar Mike. Dane Judi Dench, what can we get out of you? Got to be a little careful here because I am worried about this guy's Overwatch. I would love to have Sylvester Stallone hack that guy. Can you do it from here, Sylvester? 99% chance to control this enemy. Well, Harrison Ford's... Okay, I mean, Sylvester Stallone's turn is fucking sorted then. I would love to have him throw a Mimic Beacon, though. We kind of need both. Right, so if we Icarus jump to here... That robot will probably get to crack some shots off at us. A little bit of crack-a-lacka boom. But I think we'll be okay. The question is, does Icarus jump allow Overwatch? And the answer to that question appears to be no.
Target identity confirmed.
All right, so let's get to work here. Yes, immediately shoot Brian Garcia in the head. That's fantastic thinking. Definitely what we wanted to do to start our turn. Garcia, yeah, fuck that guy. Just immediately kill him. We do need to kill something. We're not going to be able to kill that Advent Sentinel. We're not going to be able to kill that Archon. We're not going to be able to kill that Elite Lancer. We have can't miss shots at all of this stuff, but none of this is going to generate a kill. Softening this guy up. You know, we're 40% to crit here. Non-zero chance we actually could kill that. Are we going to be able to do enough with a chain shot to kill that Archon? That's the question. We have no chance to crit, so the answer is no, but we can put him down to 4 health. Really, all we'll need to do is have another trooper who can even see him. I think we open things up with a little bit of shot here. Let's just start this off, get this guy softened up. Or killed. That's right, Pete. Sometimes old Willie Schatz just hits the ball right out of the park on the first shot. I don't know why, but my William Shatner turned into a little bit of Sulu there at the end. All right, 8 damage, solid start. That's 1/3 of the way home on this guy. And we follow it up with another 8 damage. Respectable. This is respectable output. Okay, he's gone into Battle Frenzy, that's fine. It's time for Hulkamania to run wild all over somebody, but we got to get something out of Demi Moore. We got to get something out of Morgan Freeman. Both of them do have lightning. Demi Moore, you have lightning reflexes, right? Yeah, and if anybody's going to get shot, honestly, I should prefer you be that someone. Oh. I was thinking about a potential trench gun here, but there's no way we're going to catch them both. So I think we have Demi Moore come over here and kill this man. He honestly seems like the bigger threat. Couple ways we could do that. We could go for the stab, but I'm thinking that's a bad idea. Let's just run and gun here. Keep it simple. We run and gun, come up here, put a shotgun in this man's ear, and watch Demi yank the trigger a lot. Ready for your shotgun to the ear? Because here it comes. That armor's going to do you no good, by the way. Right in the ear! Why the ear? I fucked it up, kind of. So Harrison Ford, you're going to get exactly 1 move. Let's just move you to 4.
Orders confirmed, on the move.
Great one. What can you do here? You know, the blaster launcher is not a terrible idea, but you know what else is not a terrible idea? The other thing it's not a terrible idea is to hit him with the plasma blaster. We come over here, stand here, plus opportunity to kick a pigeon. I'm always on board with that. We run and gun, hit him with the plasma blaster. We can't get a freebie punch. You know, I don't hate this plan.
Shut him down.
We'll get a Morgan. And also, kick these filthy rats with wings. Lightning Reflexes has already triggered, despite the fact that that guy definitely hasn't seen us yet. I'm going to assume this shot missed already. Yeah, we're fine. Didn't even have, it had a 0% chance to hit. Take that. We hit both of these guys. We're going to get some decent damage, probably kill the Archon. We exploded the car strictly for style points, by the way. That was purely a stylistic choice. So are you going to be able to see anything from here, Dane Judy? No. But you can from here. Is that guy the only man that's left? Be like, Pete, what about that robot? Oh, don't worry. Pete has plans for that robot. That robot, he's getting recruited to the XCOM project. Plus Dane Judy Dench, if we need her to, has a shot that can't miss. Well, I mean, this shot also can't miss, but if we needed her to, she could hail bullets as well. Oh, you're done. And that means all we need to do is have Sylvester Stallone. He doesn't even have to move. I mean, there's no reason to not have him move, but he doesn't have to move. We get Sylvester up here, have him go for the old haywire protocol, and everything's right with the world. Here we go. Give me the haywire. Coming up here. 99% chance to control this enemy.
Going haywire.
That's right, University of Phoenix education right there. University of Phoenix doing its thing, man. He says, you make fun of the Phoenix Education Group Limited and my corporate overlords. But hey, somebody's got to pay the bills, keep the lights on. You got to hire the faculty, obtain facilities. It's an online institution. What kind of facilities do they need? Oh, like servers and shit. Whiteboards, maybe. Well, you got to film those classes somewhere, bro. I wonder if we could make the robot punch this guy and haul him around. That would be awesome if we could do that. So he's hacked and also infected with the Trojan virus, and that means we don't need shit out of Hulk Hogan. He can just run up here and hide behind a lamppost. He's getting ready to have Hulkamania run wild on us. Just it's in the works. Don't worry. The Hulkamania is coming. Mech Archer is still hacked. It's actually, you mean, it's been hacked for a total of 1 turn. Doesn't really feel like a still. Well then, this is an interesting jar of salt. Berserker Queen, 2 Chrysalid soldiers. That's a lot of health coming at us. Oh, goody, and the Gatekeeper. Beginning to regret having, it's nice of you to have blown up that truck. I'm a little ashamed it didn't kill anything relevant. Okay, well, I'm maybe slightly regretful about my decision to hijack this robot, but since he is hijacked, we might as well see what the hell he's capable of. There's a lot of chrysalids over here, which we cannot see even one of. Well, your aim is just hot flaming garbage. You can reload. You can fire micro missiles ×3. You can go on Overwatch and you can suppress. You are a massive truckload of sweaty garbage. So there's a chrysalid soldier and that's all we can see. Where's the other? Where's that hive queen though? Any more? I kind of feel like we need you to go do a number on that. Where's it at? It's got to be in this. Oh, it's fucking right here. So Demi Moore can walk over here and start shotgunning it, but is that useful? It's so big, we couldn't miss it. If this wall did not exist, would we rather shoot it twice, or would we rather blow through the wall? I think I'd really rather just shoot it twice. If we could get vision on it with Dane Judi Dench, that would be enormously helpful. So let's do this. Let's bring our mech archer over here. And this guy may be able to draw some fire for us. I have to say, enemies have not shown strong proclivities towards shooting at mind-controlled foes. Like, wow, he's got a really good chance to hit that Berserker Queen, but this definitely hits the Berserker Queen. Is this blowing up Demi Moore or anybody important? No. Okay. Good. That's a positive thing. Can we put that back where it hits both of these targets again, though? Yeah, that's where I want it, right there. Give me the micro missiles, dog. But back to my original point. Enemies don't seem to show much of a proclivity for shooting at their own units when they're mind-controlled. We got 2 damage out of those micro missiles. But the important thing to remember is we did shred some armor. We got something out of it. You can see exactly our mind-controlled mech and the good guy. Fantastic work, William Shatner. We're going to get a lot out of you on this one. Okay, well, that's fine. Willie Shatz, get over here. Our chain shot is on cooldown, which admittedly is suboptimal, but this is also why we took Rupture. So let's go ahead and Rupture the Hive Queen. This cannot fail to miss. It gives us huge bonus damage against this target for the rest of the turn. Also, in and of itself, did catastrophic damage. Holy shit, that's nice output. It used 1 billion bullets, though. Hulkamania, what are we going to get out of you? We kind of need you to start running wild over these guys, brother. Now would be, if you're going to run wild, I'm saying maybe now would be the time. You know, maybe we hold off on Terry Hulk Hogan because it's possible we may need that frost bomb. In fact, I think it's well beyond possible and likely that we will need that frost bomb. Get up here.
Moving on target location.
What do you got for shots? You have 1 can't miss shot against this chrysalid. Worth taking, light him up. This may get us halfway home in the death department, too. All right, 10 damage. It's something. It's something. That leaves us Morgan Freeman, Terry Hulk Hogan, Demi Moore, who could surprisingly do some really good work for us here. If she comes in here, stands in, say, this tile, shoots this chrysalid, she would get reaction fire at that guy. Bruce Willis, where is Bruce Willis? Bruce Willis is concealed, but we could get a bunch of really good mobility out of Bruce Willis. We could actually get a lot of damage out of Bruce Willis, too. Where can you grapple to, Bruce? This is going to be sort of the deciding factor. Ooh, okay. We could have you grapple to there. Do we need you to grapple there? Can you grapple over here? No grapple opportunities here. We're gonna need a mimic beacon, which is Sylvester Stallone time. So there's no way we're gonna be able to kill all this stuff. The enemies there, they are too many. It's not gonna happen. So let's focus then on getting kills with our remaining units. I would love to put this proximity mine to work, but the damage we can get out of an attack from Bruce Willis's sword is significant. We'd really be giving up a lot if we forego the melee hit. I mean, we could straight up kill that Viper, do some big damage to that Gatekeeper. We could utterly gut Brian Garcia, not that I'm a big proponent of that. 13 to 15 on this guy is pretty good. I would really love to get a thrown axe off first, though. So what if we do... Okay, Bruce, dash to here.
I can handle that.
And throw this axe at something. I mean, pretty much anything but Brian Garcia would be fine. Hive Queen still has 42 health. We're really going to be able to focus the Hive Queen pretty well. That Chrysalid Soldier seems likely we'll get subsequent shots at this. Let's check the axe. Well, you know what? We've got a lot of free actions here. Before we check the axe, let's see if we can frostbite this dude. No, not. Why are you so focused on Brian Garcia? Did he fuck your wife? What the hell did Garcia do to you, bro? Fantastic. 86% chance to hit, and you mucked it. That's fantastic work. Well, I guess we'll just chuck the axe then and go for the kill that we may not get. A critical here would be huge. Okay. That was, in fact, a critical, and that means we can likely kill that enemy. All right, Bruce. 13 to 15. Also, our axe is apparently still tumbling through the air. It's a whirling dervish of destruction. Over the top and the chop. Bruce Willis takes out a Chrysalid Soldier by himself and does go full implacable afterwards, which means we can get the hell out of dodge. Let's fall back to full cover. Demi? We really need to see what Morgan Freeman's going to be able to do, because Morgan Freeman has already used his running gun. We got to get closer, but we also... Can we get a freebie punch out of you, Morgan Freeman? Probably not. Let's bring you over here behind this park bench. If we can't get a freebie punch, maybe we'll just... Yeah, okay, so the freebie punch is definitely out of the question. No freebie punches are going to be had. 95% chance at the Hive Queen, because apparently they're ridiculously easy to hit. We also have a 92% chance at this Chrysalid. 8 to 10 damage. That's not a kill unless we critical, which honestly isn't that likely. Let's go for the rapid fire. It does lower our chance to hit. Respect. We got some... You know what? No. We have other people who can shoot at that one. Take the Hive Queen. It's the higher percentage connect, and we more desperately need the damage here. Brilliant shot, Morgan Freeman. Fantastic work. Well, at least you didn't fucking double shit it down your leg, so kudos there. If you don't move, you can fire innumerable times, right? Yes. Alternatively, we could blaster launcher. Or, if we really wanted to, we could do both. 8 damage on the Chrysalid is good, and we do have Traverse Fire. So now we have a decision to make. And that decision involves Terry Hulk Hogan. Do we have Monsieur Hogan come over here, soften things up? I think maybe we're going to have to forego the Frost Bomb. Okay. Stallone. if we put you out here, how far downrange can you chuck this mimic beacon? Also, what's our hack bonus? We should at least check it out. Disorient and override.
I'll take a look.
Pete, I'd like to point out there, you see the 4 zeros there, the double hundo for Bruce Willis. Did you see the double hundo? Just like to point out your old double hundo there. I mean, I'm not gonna hack this shit because these benefits seem dubiously useful in our current scenario, but I'd like to point out 211 tech score there, Pete. No chance for failure, and all of it is due to the fine faculty and staff of the University of Phoenix Online.
So how far downrange can you check this mimic beacon? It turns out just far enough. So let's hurl this over here. I was considering a frost bomb, but we learned our lesson about gatekeepers and frost bombs last time. Let's not repeat that mistake. Which means it's going to be up to old Terry Hulk Hogan here to come over and do some work for us. All right, Hogan. Give me a regular plasma grenade, and if you would be so kind, drop it in here. Please don't immolate our own team. Don't drop anybody through a fucking roof. Don't set Demi Moore on fire. None of that bullshit. Just some good, solid, next-level XCOMing is really all I'm looking for. Man, volatile mix with bigger booms. I'm liking what Terry Hulk Hogan is bringing to the table already. I don't know what we got the 7 extra damage for there, but I'll take it. That's Hulkamania, brother! Running wild! Running wild! So let's see if Demi Moore can finish off this Hive Queen. Is there anywhere over here that's still covered? Like, even a tiny shred of cover would be acceptable. We can go here. This is fine. Demi Moore, come in here, hide behind these potted plants. Take a double rapid fire shot at our old chrysalid friend. Can't miss. Double damage. Chrysalid Hive Queen is dead. Beautiful critical. Man, 18 damage. Demi Moore. When she's on, she's freaking on. And when she's off, it's like watching striptease and just the least sexy thing you've ever seen. Well, that means we can have Dame Judi Dench then just do this. Can we hit all these, man? Is that catching this last serpent? Yep. Okay. Well, let's just explode the entire universe then. Yes, Pete, exploding the entire universe is what, well, any good Dame Commander of the British Empire does. When ships are down and the universe needs exploding, we're there to make certain that it expires. So our mech archer is still hacked. He should be taking damage from the Trojan virus, by the way. Here comes our gatekeeper friend. He's gonna shoot at our mimic beacon, which is perfectly fine. Exactly what we want, in fact. Okay, a non-critical, but he did take 11 damage. That's bad. One of these snake men is probably gonna get a shot at us, or double move. He's shooting at the mimic beacon for sure. I'm pretty sure that other snake man double moved. Yep. Perfect. You guys are fucked. I mean, I don't like to point fingers. I don't like to name names, but when it comes to getting screwed, well, you guys got this on farm. You are not only screwed, you're also blued and probably tattooed. That's it. You're done, sons. So how do we want to kill here? I'm thinking we micro missiles and make certain that it hits ourselves. Oh no, friendly fire. You don't say. There we go. Critical the snake man for the kill. Did some small trivial amount of damage to ourselves. How do we want to handle this gatekeeper? Now, Pete, recall, gatekeepers explode in a massive fiery cataclysm that the world has never seen the likes of. They explode enormously huge. Willie Shat's reloaded, so he really only has the one shot. I think we just have him go for the shred on the gatekeeper. And in fact, I'm going to use a hail of bolts to do it. I really want to make sure this hits. Not so much for the damage. More for the shred. That's right, Pete. It's all about the shred. That's what I say every time I make a salad that has some delicious shredded Kraft cheese on it. Kraft cheese brought to you by William Shatner, fan of all things cheesy, including myself. So this is going to explode huge.
If you say so.
I'm surprisingly okay with this. Demi Moore, you want to come over here and see if 21 damage seems pretty unlikely. But oh wow, you don't even have a good chance to hit. Let's hold off on that because she can definitely kill that serpent man. Do we have anybody else who's going to be able to combine to get the gatekeeper? Dane Judy, if we bring you over here, you could chain shot him, right?
I can handle that.
Man, Dane Judy Dench is just all confidence this mission. Justified confidence because she's been doing fantastic work. 63%. Dane Judy is not that good. I'm going to go ahead and hail of bullets. And again, more for the shred than the damage, although the damage is nice too. 12 damage from Dane Judy thanks to her blue screen rounds. And that should put us well within reach. Yeah, that guy's 9 damage away from it dead. All we really need to do then is get old Rascally Rabbit here in the zone where he's got a shot. Light him up. No. Mac Archer. No. Gatekeeper, 88%. PD-like, take the shot. There it is. And the explosion of the entire universe has caused us only very trivial damage. So then, Demi Moore, let's have you go stab a snake man in the face. No, not the Mech Archer. Everybody really wants to get their hands on this Mech Archer. They're desperate, but the answer is no. There we go. Looks like Snake Stew's on the menu, boys. Who's gonna carry Jackass up here? Well, somebody should kill the robot. That should not be you. I know you're eager. Here. Terry Hulk Hogan, you have bad abilities for the nonce, right? Yeah, you got Traverse Fire. Let's just go ahead and have you Traverse Fire. Might as well get some use out of it. Like, you're not even gonna need the Traverse part. Okay, never mind. And you can no longer move then? Right, because you're on Traverse Fire, which is gonna do no good. I guess we'll just have you go ahead and pointlessly reload. We don't really need anything out of Sylvester Stallone. Let's just bring you up here. We could have Sylvester Stallone hack the thing, but I don't really see to what point. Let's just put him on, well, if I was gonna say put him on Overwatch, but instead, you'd be better off to just double move and go on auto Overwatch. And don't think I forgot about Bruce Willis up here. I didn't forget about Bruce Willis. I have a plan for Bruce Willis, and my plan for Bruce Willis is re-hide and then go see if there are any more, like, troublesome enemies between us and our planned extraction zone. Although, I'm pretty sure it said 11 at the top of the mission, and unless I have miscounted, all 11 of those enemies are already in the ground. There are definitely going to be reinforcements. This I'm aware of. We're not going to get out of it this easy. We're getting reinforced. But it also seems like maybe Morgan Freeman could just come up here and punch a bitch. Which is funny, because he has an ability that is to go punch a bitch, but if he does that to Brian Garcia, it's going to straight up kill him.
Affirmative. Covering now.
I don't think that this young Garcia chap has quite the chops to take a punch from one Morgan Freeman. Even if that punch is from my crippled stroke hand. I'm not ashamed of it, Pete. I had a circulatory event, and it has left me with a partial paralysis in my left hand.
Reloaded.
Does that stop Morgan Freeman from getting the ladies wet?
I'm going.
Absolutely not. It does, however, make it a little difficult to,
Locked and loaded.
well, old Morgan Freeman's not ashamed to admit that when it comes to unhooking the bras, once it's time to start doing the horizontal mambo, I often have to ask for a little assistance with the brassiere speed, and I'm not ashamed of it. And really, any partner worth their salt will be more than happy to help you with a lingerie.
Rock and roll.
Making the love, Pete, it really is a partnership between two people. You have to work together for mutual enjoyment.
No problem, boss.
You know, unless one of the participants is your drunken step-granddaughter, in which case cooperation may or may not be necessary. Okay. I crossed the line there. I'm sorry, Morgan Freeman, because now I'm turning you into a Bill Cosby figure, and I don't want to do that. Let's let Bill Cosby be Bill Cosby. Hey, I'll just to kind of bail you out of that whole hole you dug yourself there with the unexpected, like, non-consensual sex allegations. Did you see Sylvester Stallone drop Brian Garcia with one fucking punch? One punch, Pete. This is exactly what Sylvester Stallone is all about. That was a real rocky moment for me right there. Still no enemies, and I'm still digging it. All right, Bruce Willis, you're going to be able to cover our extraction zone from the safety and concealment.
I'm on it. They're bringing reinforcements.
Overwatch. Oh, these reinforcements are about to have a real fucking bad day.
We're picking up an enemy transport inbound on your current
The question is, do I want to make them land on a proximity mine, or do I just want to have Morgan Freeman come up here and blow the holy living fuck out of them? Because honestly, we could do either. Stallone, you handle the dead guy. That seems like a good you job. All right, Shatner,
Moving out.
up here, up into Overwatch. Honestly, I feel like Bruce Willis deserves some kills here. Pick up the dead guy though.
Oh, come on, Pete. You're not dead. I'm a pugilist, man. Sylvester Stallone knows how to throw a punch and punch a man in the brainstem without killing him. I can punch him so hard that his autonomic function stops. Yes, of course. I can make his heart stop. I can make his brain stop working, his lungs stop breathing. If I wanted to, I could shut down his whole central nervous system. But also, I'm a trained professional, Pete. These things do not happen by accident for Sylvester Stallone. I will only punch you hard enough to stop your heart if I really want to stop your heart. Brian Garcia, what did he ever do to me? Man's got a family. Probably got, kids to feed or a wife that he cares about. I don't need to cause him any kind of egregious and extreme bodily harm.
So we need to take careful note of where this is going to detonate so that nobody is standing in it. But we are going to drop that proximity mine there. So there's the Bruce Willis contribution to this turn. Terry Hulk Hogan's just going to advance beyond Overwatch.
Scanning.
Demi, I mean, we could get you a little closer without exploding you in that proximity mine, so that seems respectable. Let's put you there. Rascal Flats.
Good copy. Moving on.
It's not funny, Pete.
Overwatch.
I've really been phoning it in lately,
I'm
and
going.
your behavior is kind of encouraging that. And I tell you what, Pete, you call me Rascal Flats one more time, and I'm not gonna be just phoning it in from here on out. I'm just gonna straight up fucking boycott Harrison Ford. I don't need the money I get for this. Stay at home, Jackson Hole, David Blaine, tell him to get out of fucking my kitchen because he's some kind of goddamn sorcerer.
Wonder if when Harrison Ford and David Blaine went into Harrison Ford's kitchen. I mean, they definitely set that up beforehand, but do you think, did they break into Harrison Ford's house? He doesn't really seem like the kind of guy who'd be like, no, just come on in and show me a new magic trick. Great shooting, by the way, everyone. Oh, okay, Demi Moore's on board. How come that proximity mine didn't go off? Oh, never mind. Once again, we've got an instance of delayed explosion reaction syndrome. Well, I was thinking Bruce Willis might get a kill, but it turns out everybody else is fucking poaching his action. Alright then, well, he's got some Overwatch in.
Got him.
Well, everyone's dead, so I guess there's nothing to do here but head on home. So let's just, we could, if we wanted to, ambush another pod of Advent soldiers, but honestly, I don't feel good about that. I don't feel good about what I just did. Do I really need to double up on that? It just seems, honestly, it seems kind of mean. So let's just get our shit together and go home. Morgan Freeman, I'm just going to evacuate you. Mostly because I don't want to have to keep running back to you over and over and over again. Yes, and also, Pete, let's not forget that a certain member of this XCOM squad is a little bit pissed about the whole step-granddaughter comment. I sent that cease and desist letter, Pete, in good faith, and I had expected that you would abide by the arrangement stipulated therein. You clearly don't know me very well, Morgan Freeman. Not at all. Also, why is this man standing now? And also, why do I have to pick him back up? Never mind. No, I don't want to put him down. He was very clearly standing on top of Sylvester Stallone there in what I'm assuming was some sort of sexual act.
Any point in the storm, Pete, if I go ahead and maybe get a little action from this unconscious man. What does that make me, man? No worse than the cause, right? I mean, legendary Pete, Bill Cosby, he likes his women unconscious. He would be like, hey, Cosby, what do you look for in a woman? And Bill Cosby's answer was always like, ha ha, look for one who doesn't know I'm around. Ha ha.
For a very brief minute, I considered trying to do a Sylvester Stallone impersonating Bill Cosby, but realized that the universe might collapse under the magnitude of that terrible of an impression, so I just straight up went for the bad Cosby instead. Maybe it was an opportunity missed, but I don't want to risk ending the universe. I don't need that on my conscience. I got enough horrible shit to, you know, keep me awake at night. I'll need that on my conscience as well. Although I suppose if it did end the universe, I wouldn't really have to worry about lying awake at night, thinking about the horrible things I've done. Maybe I should have went for the impression. Shit. Opportunity squandered, I guess. Still, this mission, pretty damn well. I think overall, we pretty effective execution here. Some abilities coming together nicely, and that single turn kill on that alien hive queen that we got out of Bruce Willis was pretty fucking remarkable. And bear in mind, he could have neutralized one of those enemies and killed one in the same turn if he hadn't missed his freeze ray. Operation Sacred Terror turning out to be anything but terrifying. 14 enemies killed, flawless execution, and we brought Bryan Cranston, or whatever the shit his name was, back to the old base, so we'll get a extra bonus intel that we very definitely don't need. Gonna put us in like the 700 club. I don't want to be a member of the 700 club. I'm not getting up early on a Sunday. Come on, 700 club. Didn't you show yourself at a more reasonable hour? I want to get up at 5 a.m. on a Sunday, man. No. That's a serious barrier to my religious participation, 700 Club. I'm sorry. Be like, well, you know, one of the tenets of our religion is that you have to get up early on a Sunday. It was just the one day you really don't ever have to work. And I'll be like, nuts to that. I'd rather go to hell. Speaking of hell, have we fallen into purgatory here? I can't help but notice that everything is black. I suppose technically that's not purgatory or hell. That would just be the sweet, blissful nothing of oblivion. Take that, organized religion. Nihilism was correct. What happens when you die? It's nothing forever, that's what. Major Dane, Judi Dench making the most attacks. I'm getting a little existential here, so I'm just going to bail on my whole conversation here. Mimic Beacon Decoy, the only thing that got shot at. Colonel Probes a lot. William Shatner moved the furthest, which is odd, but yeah, you know what? Never mind. I take that back. With the Icarus armor, that's going to be a pretty regular occurrence, even though Bruce Willis is disturbingly fast. I assume it must be because of like the low wind resistance provided by the helmet of the serpent suit. It's like it's very sort of similarly shaped to one of those hats that cyclists wear. He's got some real aerodynamic action going on there. Put on the serpent suit. It's the outfit that won Lance Armstrong 6 times at the Tour de France. Oh no, wait, that wasn't anything he wore. It was the blood doping. I don't respect Lance Armstrong. Oh, but he beat cancer. Yeah, well, you know, sure. He beat a lot of people in those cycling races, too. But that's what happens when you have 4 times as many red blood cells as you're supposed to have. Turns out it's way easier to beat cancer when your blood is turbocharged. Lance Armstrong, he was using Trump bland super blood. There you go. Loyal viewers will enjoy that joke. Little stream throwback for you there. Bam. Call back to a live stream. If you didn't catch that live stream, well, you're just shit out of luck on that one. So Demi Moore, 3-to-1 kill to mission ratio is really good. Not as good as Morgan Freeman, who's better than 3-to-1. Bruce Willis is coming along respectably. Shatner, a little under 2-to-1. Hulk Hogan is 1-to-1. Great work, Hulk. That was anything but Hulkamania running wild right there. That was more Hulkamania running mild, is what that was. What are you going to do when Hulkamania comes to your neighborhood and stages a bake sale with reasonable prices? Oh, they're running mild.
Another impressive effort.
Yeah, it was pretty good, Optimus Prime. I mean, we had some really tough enemies and pretty bad spawns, and yet still, we completely mopped the floor with them. We got some good execution, some timely hits as well. Not to the hack there from Sylvester Stallone, pretty good. And that's it. Pretty good hack for Sylvester Stallone. I hate praising him because he's gonna just credit. I'm gonna get out of here. Actually, I'm checking out of this episode before we get another University of Phoenix commercial. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see Dolly Parton as she develops into a Psy Trooper, and it's nice to see that she's come out of her shell and gotten out from where she was hiding back behind those boxes and into her actual cell. She's come out of her shell and gone into a cell. to do push-ups because nothing enhances your psychic might more than push-ups, I guess. Okay, whatever. But if you want to see more, consider subscribing as well. New episodes of XCOM every single day. Yeah, keep slapping the arms. Get the blood flowing. That's right. Get the circulation working there, Dolly. That will charge your psychic might without a doubt. Also, thank you very much for watching. And Dolly Parton and I will see you again soon.